And I know you know this, but it's like, let's get down to it. We walk up, we greet somebody, you like them, you dislike them, you don't know why, this, that, and the other. All the information's coming to us at every given moment. We have social rights that make you play games that prolong the facade, okay? And what we want to do is begin to break through that facade. And when you're dealing with a whistleblower, you actually have to begin to break down all those preconceived thoughts and notions that you have about reality, and then you can cut to the chase of what they know, because once you get information, just like you guys sitting in a room, have you ever tried to go back and talk to your family about it? It's almost impossible to have a word-for-word dialogue about what it is you guys know. Now, on the other hand, if you go with your family, and you go somewhere with them, and you hang out with them, and every once in a while they say something, and you're talking about, I don't know, fishing, and you might say something about the nature of fishing. But what happens is you two are exchanging knowledge on many levels, and eventually that family member who you thought could never get it, they're getting it through osmosis, through the information field of being around you, is telepathically being picked up by them, because again, we're receivers and transmitters. So they'll get smarter just by being around you. It's a phenomena. Now, the powers that be know this, okay? So they want to sequester you, they want to keep you separate. You know, all those little groups, those in-groups, get rid of it. What you want to do is you want to put yourself out there among the people that don't know, and just let them get the knowledge that's seeping out of you. Pretty soon, the smarter you get, the more it comes out of every pore. And everyone gets smarter. The whole planet gets smarter.
It is true that what the controllers want to do is to keep us in little ghettos. This is a word that I learned to use in this context from Steve Bassett, Paradigm Research. He's a friend of ours. And he talks very intelligently about how the UFO community has been ghettoized. And what happens in a ghetto, basically it's a little enclave of people who share a common predicament, and they talk to each other, and they don't communicate outside of their ghetto because they're stuck in their ghetto, they're trapped in their ghetto, and they just talk to each other in the ghetto all the time. And this is kind of what happens in this little, I won't be so specific as to call it the UFO research community, because of course it's much more than this. It's that it applies to people who are interested in free energy, alternative health, people who are interested in like the 9/11 truth movement. There are efforts to ghettoize us all. And as long as we think, well, it's okay, I'm just talking to my friend who agrees with me, and he's talking to me, and everyone talks to each other, and we have all this kind of agreement going round and round in circles, that doesn't actually make an awful lot of difference, because, to change the metaphor, this isn't the way to spread the potato washing among the monkeys to reach up to 100. Okay, those of you who know the 100th monkey story in the island of Kisumi in the Japanese Sea back in the 1950s.
We're actually at 3:05, so we actually have to finish up right now. It's amazing how the time flies. What I've been doing here, I know. What I've been doing here, maybe we can take a couple, is what I kind of want to demonstrate this sort of thing that I'm talking about, information packets. He's talking, I'm flipping through the slides, and you may say, God damn it, she's so annoying. Why is she going through those slides when he's talking, you know? We get weird messages, you know, oh my God, she interrupts. And I have to say that, you know what? You are capable of taking in information so fast. We cannot talk fast enough to keep up with how fast you take in information, okay? And the more you're in touch with your ET lineage, the more you're going to tap into that and become capable of that, which means you can do things simultaneously. You can think of things simultaneously. 2 things at the same time, you can think of them. 3 things, 5 things. It's amazing the capability that you have. You can expand your mind in many ways. It's actually a literal concept. You can expand your mind. And